guys, welcome to Scrap Brat. My name is Cindy. So, in case you didn't know, you can get chipboard from your kitchen, and yeah, this is just a cereal box, obviously, and I took it and broke it down and cut the side in half so I can double it up and make a spine, and then we're just going to cover it with some paper that I've had for a while. And it's just one of these cheap, sorry for the glare, but these cheap Paper Studios that you can usually get for 40 to half off at Hobby Lobby. And yeah, that's what we're going to use. So let's get started. We're just going to take and we're going to glue this together, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some other stuff done while it's setting up and getting all nice and dry and ready for us to use. And you can use any paper. You don't have to use faith paper like I'm going to. You can use something that you've had in your stash for a while that you've been waiting for the perfect project. Well, we're going to make this cheap, and there's nothing cheaper, I guess, than something that you've already bought and paid for. So let's use that stuff up. And not all about measuring. If you've watched me before, you know this, but we are going to make sure that we have this correct today. So I already measured it, and my front and back cover are 6 inches. So 6 inches is a little bit bigger than a 12-inch piece of paper, but that's okay. I'm going to show y'all how to take care of that. I want to use this for the front and back cover, and we are going to cut it to where it hangs over just a tad. So we're going to cut both of these pieces at let's say 7 inches. Yeah, we're going to cut them at 7 inches. So here's our 7. Actually, I'm going to go 7.5. I can always cut some off. I'm going to cut that one like that. And we're going to cut this one like this. We are just going to start gluing it on our journal. Okay, we want this to slightly overhang onto the spine just a little bit. So we're going to put it right in there. And that gives us just barely enough room to do a little lip over it. But it's okay. I'm happy with that. We're going to go with it. And you can use glue, you can use double-sided tape, you can use whatever you want, whatever your choice is as far as the method of gluing it down is. I'm going to take it right up to the edge. And we're going to go all the way around. And we're going to do this to both pieces. Let's get these off here. And then we'll put a little bit of glue on it, and we'll do it all over again. So you just want to take and kind of pull back your edges so they're ready to go when you need them to come off of there. We're just going to take and just a little bit of glue because, well, this double-sided tape is not very reliable. And I don't remember which way I had it. So let's see. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. Sure. As long as your paper is over your spine crease, we're golden. Let's try and get this one a little more even. so much. Somewhere in there. And we're going to kind of nip this little corner right here. This little guy right at that seam where our spine is. I'm just going to go ahead and nip them on both ends. And we're going to take and just do a little corner nip in here and just leave that tiny little bit there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. And we're going to take and we're going to, oops, oopsie, oopsie poopsie. We're going to kind of push it up against that spine. Push it up against that spine. Over here, we're just going to kind of come down, crease it a little bit so it wants to play nice. And we're just going to push it up against that spine. Just going to push it on up in there. And that corner looks good. Okay. Pull that out. Now, there we go. Here, or tape here. We're going to do tape on both sides of the fold. And hopefully this keeps it from buckling. If not, we'll always think it should have. So we're going to go with that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put glue in the creases along here and on the outside, because this should be just barely to the outside of that. So we'll do glue like that. And again, we're going to kind of give ourselves the little tails on the outside ones. And try and get this in here and get it lined up-ish. A good smooth. Get that glue nice and spread around before it dries and makes a big knot underneath our paper. Where's the corners? That's one of the corners that we glued. Where's the other one? Down here. I don't know which one it was. I guess it don't matter. I'm going to do the inside first. There we go. And we're going to do this side. Okay. All right. Now, this is the one with the eyelets. See how it has the eyelets through it? It has the elastic through it, so it can hold in your papers. Okay, this one, we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to make this quick and easy in case you don't have an eyelet sitter, you don't have a crocodile. You can do this and it'll be okay, as long as your spine is thick enough. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our spine, wrap it around, come all the way around, back into the inside, and then back around, and you'll have two on the inside. Okay. We're going to pull it a little bit snug. We're going to nip this little guy off here. Come on. There we go. Kind of get our tails somewhat even. And we're going to tie our knot left over right and right over left. Make your little square knot. Okay, we're going to pick this little guy up. And then we're going to tie another our left. Hopefully it's tight enough because I did not check it. Okay, and then we're going to come in and we're going to put our signatures in. And this is just scrap paper that I cut down to the size that I needed. I measured the width of my covers, this part here, and I doubled it, and then I subtracted a tiny little bit, and I measured the height of my journal, the cover, and I cut my papers to that size. And it's just that thin scrap paper that sometimes you get in kits or what have you, and you know, you really just, you don't know what to do with it. I took some of the lighter sheets and I folded them in half, and I cut some bigger, some smaller, and I made 2 signatures, and yeah, so that is it. That is our journal, and we're going to test it out in our journal cover, and if this one is too big, then I may try again. I may not. Who knows? But we're going to take this cover, and y'all don't have to make the cover. You can just be done with it like this. We're going to run it up the center, and we're going to tie this little guy in here. Let's see how he does. Right over left, left over right. I'm going to leave a little loop in it just in case I got to untie it. Makes it easier. Closure. Oh, look, it's so much less floppy. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Much happier with this. And we got our little pocket here for pens. We got our pockets inside for little papers or notes that we want to pull off, or something that we get that we want to remember our dates or whatever. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, and hope you got something out of it today. And if you did, give me a like. And if you want to see more of the things that I create and come up with in my wacky little brain, subscribe, and yeah, hopefully brought some joy into your heart today, and go out and spread some and share some joy with others, and share the love. And so just wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers, and thank you to any and all who watched this far. And just know that I really appreciate you, and thank you very much, and y'all have a good night, and much love. Bye bye now.